Hello my lovelies, it's the Oracle with my Q&A video where I finally get down to answering your questions, and it's taken me a while to get around to this, mainly because I was waiting for more questions, but I thought, look, I'm going to be able to do another video at some point, so I'll get the questions that are in, and if you missed the prompt video and you've got some more questions, feel free to just ask them in the comments, and I promise I'll do another video. So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you. Wow, I have such awesome subscribers, and I hit 1,000 subscribers over a week ago now, so thank you so much. And I really do cherish each and every one of you. Like, seriously, I know I say that and people do say that, but that's pretty awesome. I know the subscribers I have, you know, each and every one of you really are special. So thank you so much. I should also say that actually I've recently done, well, I've been interviewed by 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟, the lovely Rebecca at 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗔𝗟. You know her as 𝗦𝗢𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍. She interviewed me, and there are a couple of questions that haven't been asked in this video, but I think you'll find useful, and also will allow you to explore a little bit more about the Oracle if you're interested. So I will put a link to that in the comments, in my description. Also, if you aren't already, I do recommend liking my Facebook page, because that is somewhere that I try to communicate with you quite regularly. Because that's the thing about the videos, I can't, obviously you can post content and then you've got comments, but it's nice to have the interaction. Well, I enjoy the interaction, you know, as well as you getting to know me. It's nice to get to know you guys, and I know there's Reddit, but I don't use Reddit that much. I probably should, but every time I do, I don't think I utilize it or put my tags properly. So sometimes I just find it easier to use Facebook. So if you are interested, or if you've just got quick questions, or just want to see what I'm up to, or have requests, or just, you know, get on up to Facebook, and again, there'll be a link to that in the description. And while I'm talking about all the other areas that you can find the Oracle, I should mention the SoundCloud as well. So sometimes it can be quite random, and if you, for those of you who are not on my Patreon, then why I do the singing. So the singing happens because it's what I do when I procrastinate, and my goodness, do I procrastinate. I do that a lot. It's part of the process. It really is. That's what I keep telling myself. That's what I tell others. The procrastination is part of the process of the creativity. But while I'm procrastinating, I will sing, and that's usually where the singing comes from. So apologies, but you know, it's nice that some of you do enjoy that. And I don't post absolutely everything, so, you know, on YouTube, so do, if you like it, if that's your thing, do get on over to SoundCloud. And lastly, I don't think I have talked about it. I was told you haven't talked about your Patreon, so I will. And, you know, if you would like to support me in another way, then I do have a Patreon where I ramble on even more than I do on Facebook, and I post, you know, the nitty-gritty stuff, the ins and outs of videos, the, you know, befores. You get to see little snips of where I'm at, and screen grabs, and just updates on what I have planned as often as I can. So those are just some of the benefits that you will get if you join me on Patreon on this interesting ASMR journey. So now that I've done that awkward bit of plugging myself, let's get down to the questions that you lovely people have asked me. Gonna get clicky, and I'm just gonna have to go and find that video with all those lovely questions, because YouTube had some. There was, when I posted that video, I think it was actually a time when I wasn't seeing there were no comments. The comments were appearing and then they'd disappear, and then I wouldn't even see them when I logged into YouTube, and there were no notifications. It was a bit touch and go, and I was thinking this is probably a worse time to put this video up and ask people to comment, because I wasn't seeing any comments. It looks like it sort of fixed itself. So hopefully, I hope if there's anyone that I've missed, I mean, I did try and write them down as well. If there's anything I missed, do let me know. But I will run through, and there's no particular order with these questions. It's very random. So I'm going to randomly pick the first one. The first one will be from 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗍𝗍, who asked, what equipment do you use and how do you create your videos? Okay, so my equipment is not much really. So my mic is a Yeti Blue, and I've had this mic for a while. I had it before, so pre-ASMR days, mainly because I sometimes do technical recording, like, you know, sort of guides and tutorials and whatever. So that was why I had the Yeti, and I'm still to this day finding little ways of improving the sound quality. So I think I'm quite happy with it. You know, it's very versatile. You know, I love that about it as well. And in regards to how I make my videos, so I will record and then I use Audacity to edit the video and the sound. So edit the sound, and you know, sort of be things like removing some of the background noise, because there's always going to be background noise. I mean, I have recently got a new laptop which is a lot better than it was before, with the fan noise, and there's always going to be some background noise from outside, and you know, sometimes you hear a lot from you know, just things like, you know, I do live in a building with lots of other people, so there's always going to be noises that you just can't cut out. But it's always useful to be able to edit some of that out a little bit. So after I edit the videos, I usually use just, you know, Windows Movie Maker to finish it off. So it's nothing fancy, you know. I'm very much on the amateur side of video editing, I would say. It's I would love to really explore that. I mean, that's another area that I think I can grow and maybe get a bit more creative if I have you know, other software. There's lots of other software that you can use to add animation and edit and just, you know, give it a little more visual. But at the moment, I think I'm quite satisfied with the end results that I can produce, you know, that setup. I hope that's answered your question, Eliza. The next question I will go to is this is from 𝗦𝗢𝗡𝗧, and she asks, who are your favourite ASMR artists? And that is a great question, and that is one that I had to scroll through my pages of subscriptions. Okay, so I listen to a lot of ASMR artists, and there are so many that I'm subscribed to. It was ridiculous. And then I actually thought, well, this is probably because I haven't, you know, gone through and maybe filtered some of these out. No, there were pages of people that I'm subscribed to, and there's just a lot of talent out there. I'll just name a few. So I'll name a few, and by all means, I'm probably going to miss someone, and I'm going to listen to this and go, oh, I left that person out. How could I forget that person? So these are just the ones that came to mind. So there is, no particular order, 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓, and Farrell Rift. Sorry about my pronunciations, guys. There's Whispers in the Air. She's pretty sort of new and lovely Italian accent, love it. Heather Feather, you know, legend. Diana Dew, I mean, her quality is amazing. Paris ASMR, again, the accent, love it. Softly Galashes, I actually really enjoy it when she does her Spanish videos as well, and her mouth sounds amazing. And Read It and Sleep, again, she does great videos and her voice is lovely. I just love her voice, and you know, we've got really good chemistry, so I don't think you'll be seeing the last of me and her collabing, hopefully not. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗓, again, that's another really unique channel. Love his stuff. And who did I miss? Did I miss somebody? Dana ASMR. She does lots of stuff that I listen to as well. So those are just some that I've literally read through, but by all means, there's so many. When I listen to ASMR, sometimes when I'm going through my dry period, and that's where it's just a time where I cannot get any tingles, and it sucks. It really does suck. And when that happens, so what I do is I try to stop, so I don't listen to any ASMR videos. I'll listen to something else, like some binaural beats or anything else to relax. And then I'll come back and try and listen to new content, so content I haven't listened to before, because it's almost like I'm using it as, maybe, you know, when if you use, well, they say this, I don't know if it's actually true, but you know, when you use the same shampoo, apparently after a while you just gets used to it and it stops being good, and then you go to another shampoo and it'll be really good, and then, you know, you've got to switch back to your old shampoo, and then that's amazing again. So it's I'm using that sort of logic, the shampoo switching logic, that maybe that's why I've got so many subscribers, because I try and switch around and come back to someone I haven't listened to for ages. So there is logic to that madness. Probably makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, I hope I've answered your question, 𝗦𝗢𝗡𝗧. And as you can probably hear, I am a rambler. I just random. I'm going to try and keep this quite focused. So back to the questions. Who is next? Randomly, let's go to Reed McLaughlin. Thank you very much for your questions, Reed. And points. So here goes. I'd love to know what city that accent is from, and what do you do in your life besides relax people? City this accent is from, it's actually, well, this is my conclusion as to why I sound the way I sound. I think it's because I've moved around, so there is not just one location. I lived in London for a while, then I went to Wales, and then there was Surrey, and there was a bit of the West Country, so as a combination, and I would say the most percentage would probably be the Surrey, so that would be the strongest side of it. And to combine all of that, I just sum it up as an English accent. And but yeah, if I had to pick, if someone said give me one, it would be Surrey, I guess. So yeah, that's Surrey isn't a city, by the way, but let's just say Surrey. That's as far as I can angle it. Okay, and what do I do? Well, I've given some hints already that I am quite a techie person, so I work, I fix people's problems, people's technical problems, and my other part of my life is fixing people's issues and training people as well to learn to use their technical software. So that is my day-to-day job. It can be quite boring. I sometimes look at code, and I am a bit of a geek, and yeah, I talk to a lot of people on the phone. It's a very people-focused job, I suppose. Lots of consulting, and so yeah, that's my job. Technical is technical consultant support, whatever you want to, technician, call it. Then also I'd like to know what are your favourite triggers. Well, my favourite triggers, I suppose, are, it switches between mouth sounds and just intangible, inaudible whispers. Unintelligible, inaudible whispers. So those two are probably my favourite. Although I do listen to other types of ASMR as well, but they're the ones I keep going back to. They're my fallback ones. And I missed one. So then you've asked which are my favourite that I made. That's a good one. So again, if you've seen the interview that Esma already asked, I did actually answer this. So it's probably gonna be the multi-trigger ASMR video, because it has a combination of so many things that I like. That one would probably be, so that my most popular video to date is my favourite that I've made, because it combines everything, and I love layers. I think layers just help intensify the triggers for me. So that would be the answer to that. And if you personally think your ASMR and relaxation is better from a male or a female, well, that's a really good question. It made me think, actually. So I read that one a couple of times. I don't know. When I make them, so my intentions are actually to be quite equal. I don't really see and I mean that. I don't really see a male or female when I'm thinking and making and creating the video. Saying that, I have tried to do a little bit of research about ASMR, and looking at the stats side of it, I think it weighs more heavily with the male audience, so I know that percentage wise it probably will be more males watching or listening, shall I say, because listening to my videos. But I hope that isn't because I've geared it that way. I hope that and obviously there are, because there's some lovely females out there commenting that it's neutral enough that you can listen, and I'm not just gearing it to a particular audience. It should be available to everyone, because everyone needs to have tingles, according to the Oracle. Okay, so hopefully I've answered all your questions, Reed. Thanks for being awesome. Great. And the next question, let's see. 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗜𝗡𝗧, let's go for your one. Okay, congrats on 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. It's down to you, awesome people. And yes, I too hope that it does grow. Thank you so much. That's really awesome. How old am I? Well, it's my birthday next week, funny enough you should ask, and on, I don't know what day, on the 15th I will be, well, officially into my early 30s. I don't know when it happens, but I am officially into my early 30s because I am 31 as my age. And what other hobbies do you have? So, besides my technical work and doing lots of other techie geeky stuff and ASMR, which is awesome, I'm also quite active, so I swim. I really enjoy swimming. I go to the gym and pump some iron. No, I don't really pump iron, but I do. I go to the gym, do some cardio, and I love my kettlebells and punching the bag, and I used to do kickboxing. I love dancing, so yeah, I've been Zumba as well. I love being active. Yes, and I also like reading and writing, and I have many short stories that I have written, fictional writing, and there is one very amateur screenplay that I wrote many years ago. So yeah, I'd say writing, reading. It sounds really boring when I say that, but yeah, those are the things I enjoy doing. Besides ASMR, because that is a big thing. ASMR is big for me as well. So yeah, I hope I've answered your question. Thank you very much. And the next one I'm going to answer is by 𝗦𝗢𝗖𝗡𝗧𝗔𝗖𝗍. I hope I've said that right. How much do you enjoy making ASMR videos? How much? Oh, and this is how I wish you could see how wide this much is. It's ASMR is such a big part of everything I do now, so it is everything. It encompasses everything that I do every time. Even when I'm at work, I think about it. When I'm talking to someone, I think about it, or I'm seeing it, and I don't think you really realise how much things trigger you maybe, or you'll feel it, or you just get that nice feeling like, oh, just keep talking. So yeah, I love making the videos, because if I can give that feeling to someone else, then that's amazing to me. That is a great accomplishment, so I enjoy it a lot. Next question I will go to is 𝗦𝗢𝗧𝗦𝗧𝗧𝗧, who I said was very awesome because she does really nice videos, and she has asked, why did you start doing ASMR videos? Which again is a really good one, because I kind of answered this. So because I love it so much, because I love experiencing it, I felt the need, I really did feel the need to want to contribute to something so awesome. I want others to feel this wonderful feeling. I use ASMR for many reasons, not just to relax. For me, it's to calm down. Sometimes if I have a headache, if I'm not feeling too good, if I'm feeling a bit down, I do suffer from anxiety and depression, and ASMR is a tool that I can use, and I can use it anytime. There's no time I think you should restrict yourself to ASMR, unless you're driving or something. That'd be really silly to too relaxed when you're driving, so I wouldn't recommend that. Well, maybe you can. It depends what ASMR is to you, but otherwise I don't see the reason you can't listen to it, in your breaks like I do. Sometimes in the morning, if I've got something really, really important, or if I've got really a meeting or something and I'm really nervous and anxious about it, I'll listen to a couple of videos in the morning. So yeah, I think it's having those tools has changed or enabled me to sort of cope with things, and being able to offer that to someone else, or share that with someone else, is really, really, it's really nice, and I hope that I can do that. And that would be one of the reasons that I wanted to do it, and being creative, so being able to contribute from my creativity into the awesome ASMR community. Next question, let's see, because I'm chopping around so much. Okay, Rockstar Tonight 811 has asked, have you ever watched your own videos to help you relax and experience ASMR? I would say I do, for the purpose of looking back and trying to figure out which sounds would be triggery, and quality obviously, and editing. I have tried. It's tricky. I find that the sounds, like the underwater womb sounds one, that one really does help me experience ASMR, so I do get tingles with that one, and it does really relax me, and sometimes I do fall asleep to that one. The other one is the one I've mentioned, the favourite, which is the multi-trigger ASMR. I'll put all these in the links just so that you've got access to them if you haven't seen them already. That's one that I can listen to because it's got my favourites. It's got the mouse sounds combined with the whispering, combined with that. To me is just, oh yes. But in regards to everything else, I mean, I do, most of the strongest tingles that I get are actually not from myself, and I think that's because it's my voice, and that, you know the thing where you can't really tickle yourself. Have you ever tried tickling yourself? So if you try that, just give it a try. Can you tickle yourself? And it's that, I think, that I find difficult to do. So if I can hit, like this video for example, if I listen to someone else's video, that might be quite triggery and tingly for me because of the sound, and I really like a soft voice, but if it's my soft voice, I find that difficult to get any tingles from because it's me. Yeah. So yeah, I think I would say some, but the majority will be from others. I think we've done all of them. I think we might have done all of them. Oh, how did I miss this? So, Read It and Sleep, who I mentioned before, one of my favourites, and her voice is actually one that I find really, really relaxing and soothing. So she has a lovely voice, and she asked what inspired you to start making ASMR videos, which I've sort of answered, I hope. So yeah, I hope that's answered your question, Freya, as well from before. It just feels so good to know that somebody else has just felt relaxed or felt that they were able to sleep, because sometimes, you know, I can't sleep and I know what that feels like. So if you know, even if it's just a little bit that's helped, then that to me is awesome. So and that drives me to continue making more. You know, if there's someone listening and somebody benefiting, then it's worth me making them. Okay, I think that's all of the questions that were asked. And looking at the time of this, wow, have I been talking for 30 minutes? That is crazy. Yeah, so it's probably good that this video I didn't have that many questions, because this would have been gone on for ages. So thank you so much for listening. If you've made it this far, then you are really, really patient, and you deserve something. You deserve tingles. You deserve lots and lots of tingles, so thank you so much. As I said, this is definitely not, you know, if there's something that's come up or something I've said and you want to elaborate, go on a bit more on and just talk, feel free to comment below. I love comments, guys, so, and feedback. You know, if you've got feedback, good, bad, ugly, constructive, so those are the bad and the ugly, as long as it's constructive, I will take it. I will put my thick skin on and I will take it, if it's constructive. So feel free to comment, feel free to ask. I want you guys to get to know me, and I want to get to know you, and you know, we all need tingles. Everyone deserves tingles, so we all hopefully do it together. So before I finish, just to let you know what's coming up, so I do have, as you've probably seen if you've been listening to my latest videos, you've seen I've done a couple of collabs. I'm in a collab session at the moment, as you can see, which is awesome. I love being able to communicate, and being able to communicate with other ASMR artists is like the cherry on the top, so that is pretty awesome. And there is one coming up with, I don't even know if I can say this, but yes, I hope I haven't spoiled. There is one coming up with whispers in the air. I can't tell you what it is because that is a secret. You'll have to wait and see. And there is also another role play coming up, because it's just about time for that. And there will be another layers video, so I think it's time for some more layers. And yeah, sometimes I'll just randomly record and just pop it out there. That just sometimes happens. I hope to post this tonight, in which case, you know, hope you have a good night and a great weekend. And if I haven't said it already, you should know that you are awesome, and I love awesome. So thank you so much. Good night.